Hi, I'm Charlene Stevens, the City Administrator for the City of Cottage Grove. Joining me today for Council Update is Mayor Myron Bailey. Today, one of the items we're going to be talking about is the refunding of the bonds for the ice arena. Mayor, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Well, at the early January meeting, the council approved the sale of about 4.6 million general obligation refunding bonds. What does that actually mean as it relates to the ice arena and relates to the citizens in our budget?
Yeah, well, it's funny because people go, well, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I thought you owned the ice arena. And so what we did is we always look for opportunities to lower our interest and our interest-bearing payments and things that we have to do throughout the city. And one of the ways that we did it in this case is when we originally built or did the addition, inclusive to that, of the ice arena years back, we ended up financing it through the EDA, so the Economic Development Authority. And what we are doing now is, in technical terms, the city has been leasing or renting the ice arena from the EDA. And in this process, what we're doing is the EDA is going to be paid off, and then the city will actually own the ice arena. But what it's done is, with our great bond rating, which we'll talk about that in a second here, we are taking $4.66 million worth of general obligation refund bonds, and we're going to be reducing our interest rate and saving, I have to say the number because it's amazing, $1,068,359 over the term of the
And that's even higher
lease.
than we actually projected when we started this process, because we projected a savings around $900,000.
Right.
So we weren't at the $1 million rate. So it is tremendous to be saving that. A way that sometimes citizens can maybe think of this is it's similar to maybe refinancing your home or refinancing debt that you also have at home and being able to save that dollar. So that's a tremendous savings over the life of that. And tell me how the bond rating plays into that.
Well, every time we go out to market, so to speak, to check out how we would do and see if people or businesses, I guess banks in this case, or lenders would like to see exactly what interest rates and such are out there and how many people might bid on us to buy our debt from us. And they judge us based on our credit worthiness, a strong financial, I mean, you could go on that a little bit too if you want, but the idea here is that we normally put it out there on any of these ones that we've done, and we might get, 3 to 5 financial institutions that will bid on us. And just so the public knows, right now the City of Cottage Grove has a bond rating of AA+, which is very good. Actually, that
is very high. I think it's one of the highest that can be. Again, so citizens understand that it's one of the highest ratings that's out there. It's the highest rating is a AAA, and so it's just one grade below that.
And so what we're doing here is we got a AA+. So we went out for bid after we checked to make sure everything's good with our finances through Ellers. And we had 13 financial institutions bid. And because of that high number of opportunities to bid, we were able to get a good selection and a lot of opportunity to cut our costs. And in essence, as you mentioned earlier, I think the original thought we'd save about $900,000, but now it's almost $1.1 million. Which is quite amazing when you think about it. Yeah,
and that really impacts kind of the city's budget overall, and will impact the ice arena budget overall. And to maybe talk a little bit about that AA+ rating that comes from Standards & Poor's, maybe you want to talk about some of the criteria that helped Cottage Grove reach that AA+, or because it does indicate that Cottage Grove's got a strong economy and a growing economy.
Absolutely, and what's interesting, for the first time ever, as I've been on the council, both as a council member and mayor, we actually heard them talk to us about the fact that we have a shot at being AAA.
Okay.
And we have not heard that before, so that's pretty amazing. So what they did tell us, just to read a few of these items for you, is Cottage Grove has a strong economy, which in part is good because of the broad and diverse Twin Cities metro area. So we're doing very well in comparison to everybody else. We have a very strong management with strong financial policies and practices. So obviously our staff, you included, and Robin and the rest of the group, it's been fantastic.
Doing a great job with that.
Adequate budgetary performance, very strong budgetary flexibility, very strong liquidity. So we do have cash on hand if we need to use it. Adequate debt and contingent liability position. So in other words, the debt's there, and do we have contingency plans to deal with any issues that might come up, emergencies and things like that, and we do. And then we have a strong institutional framework score. So they kind of grade everything and give an overall grade, and our grade keeps getting better, I guess is the best way to put it.
That's reflected in the amount of bidders that want to bid on the debt, and then that's reflected in also kind of the interest rate that we get. So it's all really very positive positive for the city, very much a testament to the council's overarching management of the city, as well as the city's finance staff and how they've managed the city's dollars. So very good, both in terms of just the actual savings for the city and then what it means in terms of our growing economy.
Yes, exactly. And all I have to say is that the citizens should feel pretty dang good that, between our staff and the council, we're very careful with spending taxpayer money and managing the taxes and the economy here in Cottage Grove. And the ratings agencies and the bonds companies are going, yeah, you're doing a great job, so keep it up.
That's great. Well, for more information about the ice arena or the city's refunding of debt, please contact the city's finance director, Robin Rowling. Thank you, Mayor Bailey.
Thank you.